Right? Again, Ospas being like this emotional rock for the team, building up that camaraderie next to Verno has definitely shown in how they're playing in the server.
Yeah, let's check in with Verno's bestie. It's Aspas, who spoke with Jen earlier.
Hello everyone, Jen Lee here with Aspas. Now Aspas, you have 3 rookies on your team. Any advice for them?
I just want everyone to feel relaxed and play the best that they can.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We're excited to have you. Oh? Oh?
Don't ever complain that we don't give you what you want, you know? Ever again, ever again. Me and who though? Me and who? You and I? Yeah. Sorry, Christy. Sorry, Roy. I know Roy is here. My bad.
Here somewhere.
My bad, Roy. If you want to make yourself
Roy,
known.
we can hold hands.
Yeah, you want to run down there? We'll get you and Roy together. But that is the kind of, chemistry we want to see.
And it's honestly, again, it feels like I'm beating a dead horse here, but just the fact that it's just the most random, unlikely duo.
Yeah.
Again, like you said, we thought Energy might have had a chance here, and it's Mibr, Ospas, and Verno just bromancing it up.
Holding
here.
hands, yeah.
Insane.
This team is the real deal. I know you've watched them play, but I think this team could make some serious run here in Toronto.
You reckon the bromance carries? That's the buff?
I mean, yeah, the bromance, also Ospas. I don't know if you forgot about Ospas. We have Ospas in Toronto, Yinsu.
According to Texture, it doesn't mean much. But speaking of the players, it's time to send this back down to the stage and welcome back Aspas, of course, Mibr and Genji. We have a lot of rookies on this stage, but the main dish, I guess, is gonna be Aspas going up against Texture once again on the global stage. They're not surrounded by the same players this time around, of course, with a new map pool coming in as well. We spoke about this already, and we anticipate a highly competitive match.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I see a lot of similarities between these two teams. Neither of them play super crazy, peak of the meta type comps. There's a lot of older style compositions, a lot built around their duelists, finding opportunities, especially jet picks out of Ospas, these types of things. And it comes down to a strong macro game built around very talented players.
And I know Fraud is someone that prides himself on the strength of his game plans. And when I'm sunset first map,
Instant sunset.
Pick.
I actually love the bands as well. Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, super target bans here coming in. Mibr do not want to play on Genji's Lotus. Genji absolutely don't want to go anywhere near Icebox. No, he tears that up. But honestly, what we get is a pretty interesting map pool because Sunset, haven't seen these teams on it, but it's 2 very small maps that aren't so much focused around getting an operator online up until if we get to a Decider Ascent where it becomes the duelist show again.
Man, these 3 maps, I could not be more excited for this matchup. Sunset first as a pick on its first introduced into Masters Toronto this year. I truly wonder what comp is Mibr going to run. And Genji on Haven. Genji's always ran master classes on that map. Always retreat to watch the macro.
This is a very, it's risky, but it's also not, right? Mibr picking the Sunset. There's no footage of them on this map. We wanted some of the other teams to just have the balls to pick it, but they haven't done it so far. And if they were to take map 1, I think their chances are incredible in this series.
Yeah, honestly, I'm curious if Mibr are going to be rocking with the Neon on Sunset, because I think that
The Waylay?
Ospas and
good
Neon?
there. Ospas and Neon.
Yeah.
I think it's time, personally.
Yeah?
Finally, that would be such a treat to watch.
I wouldn't hate the Waylay either. Is that too much of a cope?
Ospas Waylay?
Yeah, I reckon.
You can imagine. It's just...
Yeah.
I don't think I've even seen him play it so much in rank, so that would be a treat as well to watch.
I fear I am not a Waylay believer, Sue. Sorry.
If it was anybody that can slay on this stage, it would be Aspas.
Yeah,
Let's be honest. Yeah. Thank you
Don't know
for
if I believe
enabling
in that.
me. thank you for enabling me. But what about the other side of this for Gen G? Again, not the same roster since we've seen them at Champs, as Masters Shanghai. And as we take a look at the agents, so like Texture is going to be hovering the Reyna.
Yeah, you get your little Waylay hover in there as well. I do want to say, like, in regard to... Wait, actually, that's a deadlock insta-lock for Foxy.
Yes, it is.
Wait,
And
that's
a
kind of fire.
Are we seeing Viper deadlock on Sunset here on defense Gen G? That would be insane.
That's kind of whack, because, okay, first of all, like, usually you're seeing, like, Cypher or Vyze is almost must-pick on this map.
Right.
You're almost always seeing that dedicated Sentinel. Deadlock as a solo Senti means you're very limited in terms of actual information you have.
I think what we're seeing here is Gen G's approach to the idea that this map is typically incredibly attacker-sided. I know we haven't seen any of it at Masters Toronto, but in scrims, this map is incredibly attack-sided. So them having the Deadlock and Viper and the smokes on Omen to try to hold the initial choke might be their solution to that.
Wait, I love this Sage. No, go back, there was a Sage hover for a second.
It's
that would have been
not
so cool. Are we
There
gonna?
it is.
We're gonna get the Neon.
We're gonna get a Neon head-to-head.
Yeah, so we were seeing Ospas pick up a few Neon games back at the end of playoffs. He was playing it on Lotus primarily. So this is not out of his agent pool per se, but he does not have a lot of games on the agent professionally. But on Sunset, it's the right choice. I'm ready for it.
It's gonna be a hell of a first map here. Of course, with Gen G back on the global stage, we've got to bring back your casters, Achilles and Paperthin as well. Have fun with this one.
Oh, there's nothing we can do but have fun with this series. MIBR going up against Gen G. Texture v Ospas once again. This is going to be a banger.
This is one of the most hype matchups we have coming into this Swiss stage. Incredible players across the board. A lot of players who have done it all on the biggest stage. Yeah, Texture and Ospas are going to be the first two names everybody's looking at, but there's so many talented players beneath them that are going to be doing some big things. I've been really impressed with Zenom, watching him over in Americas. He's done a really good job. Verno has slotted in so nicely for MIBR coming over to this team. He has integrated so quickly. Beyond impressive what he's been able to do.
Yeah, obviously both squads as well having some of those rookies here that are finding their footing for the very first stage at a global event. Ash there for Gen G. But Toronto, are you ready to get into this series? It is certainly going to deliver. Let's go ahead and jump right into the pistol. Ospas taking a tad bit of damage here in mid, just a stray shot through the smoke. Finds him down to 75 HP.
Trying to find a way in through the market. They're going to be given access to the Deadlock util there, blocking off the front of that site.
Headshot. Connecting there onto Verno. Ash with the cleanup, able to find him. Sheriff in hand. Ospas again taking damage, just beating it here on the entry. Does manage to crouch down, stays hidden for the moment. Foxy 9 finding Cortezia, however, at the same time, and now Zenom's going to be eliminated. Ospas will fall. It's going to be Artsy to try to clutch this out. Finds the first, cannot quite get that transfer. Gen G taking the opening pistol.
Nice
Yeah,
try.
looking really clean. Looking like they've got some good ideas behind this Deadlock. I think this might be the first time we've seen Foxy play it that I can remember. But anyway.
He's played it, but obviously not on Sunset.
Yeah. But this is really curious to see because they've got some ideas to try to block off that front B entrance, and then they overstack mid to make sure that they're going to be able to clean up any entry from that angle. And they do a phenomenal job of it. Ash, another big question mark, one of the newest players we have here in Pacific on Gen G. He has stepped in nicely as that info initiator.
Texture के next level fan है.
Quite a bit for them. Now, of course, with the nerfs, going to be switching over into the Sova role and gets 2 big kills with that Sheriff to open things up. A bunch of Guardians for Gen G. Shouldn't surprise anyone. They are big fans of that gun.
That they are. So a little touch of damage there. Orb going to be picked up. Fast track that rolling thunder. Swing onto the corner. Karon, the one tap, the spike now on the floor. Slide across the way. Karon still wreaking havoc. Cortezia able to peel one back. Karon will fall. A weapon to be lost, but that's about it. Texture sliding right up into Verno's face. Greets him with a 3K, and it's going to be Gen G. Overall, a very clean anti-eco.
Yeah, so far so good. Got some good reads on the map. I mean, for Gen G, it's all about map control. That is the way they want to play this game. They want to pressure you. They want to use the Sentinel utility to really block off one site, the access to it. They want to make sure that you're not going to be able to work that part of the map. And then let Texture control another side. That's typically how you're going to see them roll. And that opens up the map for Munchkin to try to find his timings, to go for those lurks. I was talking to Coach Alex from PRX the other day.
Karon's off to the races already.
He's having fun, and oh boy, we already lose Aspas.
Yeah, blink and you miss it. 6 seconds into the round. There's 2 players playing there inside of B main. Ozpot's dead, and that's all of your entry power taken out of your hands here.
But look how aggressive they are on the map right now. You've got Karan all the way pushed down A main. He has so much info, and they get that early kill, and they immediately use the safety and the comfort of the deadlock utility to fall back onto the B site to open things up. Now, this is good work by Mibr to open up mid. Just got Ash here watching it right now.
Hold it back is Ash. Okay, welcome to the global stage. Finds himself 2 quick kills. Verno going to be eliminated. It's now just Shenum to try to stay alive and hold on to this weapon. No chance of recovery whatsoever. To swing in, finds a headshot, will stop it from being a flawless.
Short
So
by
he's going to be able to find some more to slow down the bankroll here of Gen G. So right now it's about to spiral out of control. Some noise made. They know that he's tiles, and Karan is there on the prowl. 3-0 start with a bonus conversion. Gen G looking strong thus far on Sunset.
Yeah, I mean, really out of the curve right now, our Gen G. And I was going to say that Coach Alex from Paper X told me that he hates playing against Gen G. He finds them to be one of the most annoying opponents to go up against because of the map control they take, the way that they're trying to just cause problems on your flanks, on your back sides. They are so difficult to get through. They lock down sites so well. And all of that came to fruition there with a little help from Ash just having a tremendous double kill up at top mid. That is huge. Some stingers, couple sheriffs for Mibr. See if they can find a thrifty and get themselves on the board.
Could be a big way to try to just get the ball rolling here. Drone able to spot out at least the one. Not sure if Ash had gotten scouted. Cage down, Foxy already within it though, so not going to be giving over any information, and that means that Cortezia does get taken down. Ozpot's now once again dropped. Texture trying to play off the one way. It's going to be good for one, get some damage across onto the other. They want to try to recover this weapon. Ping out onto Verno. He's able to go ahead and scoop up the Vandal, a chance to maybe deal a bit more damage to Karan. Low on HP, but still finding the headshot. Back to back. It's a 3K for the Omen. 4-0 start. Gen G not allowing any thrifties.
Yeah, they're so active on the map, putting some pressure on towards A main. Foxy again, really clean. Trying to get Ospas going. Karan having none of it. Texture just says, well, they've got weak guns. I'll just see what I can get done. And Karan just steady. A player who has impressed last year. Had a few ups and downs this year. But overall, we still know what he's capable of when he's at his best. And he is a difficult player to go up against, especially on the defender side.
Yeah, so early timeout. Necessary one called here from Mibr. See what Coach Fraud's going to be able to do to try to right the ship here. Get the players back into the action. Thus far, just one kill on pretty much everybody on Mibr at the moment. Ospas 0-4-0. Munchkin, no charges towards a Viper's Pit. He has gotten 0 involvement in any of the action. Hasn't died, hasn't gotten an elimination, just has 1 assist to his name.
Maybe we can look at Munchkin's econ rating after this.
Oh,
see
boy.
What that's going to look like a little bit. But, I mean, Karan is finding...
It's a flat 0.
It is, yeah. He doesn't need to do anything. Just buy some guns for other people. But this has been pretty solid. I mean, the defensive ideas here, getting really aggressive at the points of attack early, then kind of peeling back, you know, taking that early man advantage, and then forcing Mibr to make some moves. And they've been hitting some disgusting shots along the way. So Gen G, one of the teams that, you know, when it came to the 3 teams that came out of Pacific, a lot of people are saying this may actually be the best team of the 3. You know, despite them falling to RRQ there in the grand finals, I think this Gen G team, if they keep looking like this, who knows? But still a lot of work to do, of course. And Sunset, a map that I was pretty curious about for them, because going back to 2024, they started off really hot on this map. They were really, really good. But as the year went on, they fell off. They started to lose to teams in Pacific. So going back with a very different comp, though, a very different look than what we saw last year.
And that was one of the things, was that inflexibility from Gen G, saying, no, we think this is still good enough, not really being willing to make pivots in the compositions. That has changed.
I mean, the only thing you're keeping is the Sova and the Omen. So that's really impressive that they've been this well prepared.
Big reveal on the Munchkin. He's able to straight back. Karan dropping down off the top here, and Market re-swings the corner. Then I'm going to be taken down. Texture, second kill. Cortezia hits the floor. The operator singing out here for Gen G, and the timeout is not going to lead to much of anything. It's a flawless in response. Gen G now 5-0. The economy once again kicked back here for MIBR.
They're everywhere. They're so active in their micro position. They're going high-low on you. Karan swinging out around a box when you're not expecting it. He starts out high. They go low. Munchkin's up on top of the box. And I mean, this is so difficult to read the defensive positions of Gen G. Probably wonder coming into this map. The desk talked about it. This is an attacker-sided map. Usually, Gen G gets to pick which side they go for.
Then you can't. Can't do that.
And another big thing, that operator, once it gets into Texture's hands, that's when other teams start to crumble. He is one of the best in the world when it comes to that gun.
Quick little jiggle peek there on the angle. Damage not suffered. 2 Guardians here for the side of MIBR. Rest of the players with Sheriffs. These Guardians, they are weak though. Glass Cannon. Karan going on a walkabout. Strafing down. He's going to catch Util in hand here. Let's see, trying to set up for that fault line. It falls to the wayside. Karan looking for a little bit more. Munchkin going to be taken down. Karan does fall. Verno, some very nice shots. Brings this back into a 3v3. Weapons to be scooped up. As Dart, however, will still get the reveal. Weapon upgrades here. As the kid Cortesia joined in as well, so he'll take the Guardian. Texture getting on a deeper line. Realizes that they're not playing around a main, so now mid has to be a concern.
Ash going to be called upon again to maybe come up with a huge play to try to shut MIBR out of the round.
Makes noise.
30 seconds
Cuts back
left.
over in towards Boba. The slow creep up seems like he's got a read on this, but is he going to be able to hold the line? Faces forward, finds the first. Ospas answers back. 2v2. Foxy9 still here on the site. Ospas on the peak, immediately shot down. What a shot from Foxy9. The net hitting the connection, and Foxy getting the headshot. 6-0.
What a round here for Foxy, a player who had a short stint on the bench for Gen G and has come back with a fire underneath him. He has been incredible for the second half of stage 1. He has been lighting up Pacific, and he's doing a phenomenal job again. I mean, his site anchoring has improved so much this year. He is such a fearsome opponent to try to get through because of that incredible individual skill that he has. And when he can make good decisions on the back of it, Gen G will be in full form and will be a fearsome opponent for anybody in this event.
4 ults to work with here on the side of MIBR. As swing around the corner, there's the Hunter's Fury. Ospas having to dodge these. Falls down to 45, quick cancel. As Venom is able to find one. Munchkin dealt with. It's Karan arrived on the TP, gets himself safely. Into the back of sight once again, dodging out that stun.
But because of
Ospas, the slow walk forward, scoped in, trying to clear out the angle, and Ospas has the headshot. Up now on the floor, MIBR pole position to try to get the first round win. See if Shenham's going to be able to hold down this angle, but Karan almost finds him sleeping. Still trying to flush him out. A bit of a back and forth here. One that Karan does manage to win. Spike now going to be planted here on the A site. Hunter's Fury available for Verno if he can play in a disconnected position. As Ash gets flushed into the open, and he just takes the fight. He takes out Artzine's head. Hunter's Fury no longer a viable option. They don't have to play close. Sends out the recon. Cortesia gonna be dead. Verno now into the 1v3. Finds the first to defuse, being held. Shock Dart will connect. The spray is good. Looking for the clutch. Another shock dart at Karan's feet. Takes him so damn low, and Verno gets the fade away. The 3K into the Red Bull clutch. MIBR are on the board.
Man, that is so back and forth, but Verno breathing life here into MIBR. And that round looked like it might be Gen G going from a 3v5 into winning. These shock darts and the follow-up spray, perfect. Just understanding these angles. Talked about at the beginning how impactful he's been coming in for MIBR. Nice! And that right there is a huge round.
Huge performance from him. I mean, he's got the whole rest of the team. He's got the same number of kills collectively there. Verno's impact certainly being seen. Heavy stack on this A site, though, from the side of Gen G.
I'm out of here.
Three players in position. Ready to try to intercept this attack.
Changed up the deadlock positioning.
Spots position noted. Foxy ignoring that. Tries to go in for the ultimate, but it's going to be canceled as he gets shut down. Fantastic shot there from Artsy that saves Aspas' life. Tucked into the corner. Hunter's Fury, no damage found, no ping reveals. Mibr making the decision to go ahead, slowly back away. Munchkin quite far forward though in B main. Maybe able to catch them by surprise. He's ready to swing out, but they know that they've given up their space, and now he's been spotted. He has to peel back.
Oh, Cortezia had an opportunity there to take the operator out of the round. Couldn't quite convert.
Would have been a big pick there, but he's going to make up for it by finding the headshot there on the Munchkin. Relay pulled to hold him in position for the time being, but ping reveal off the neural theft. They know exactly where Texture's at, but they can just ignore him. Go for the spike plant. Overdrive is available. Do they want to try to commit that here in the 3v4?
They've got no real great ability to pressure. Oh, you're going to go for it.
Pops it. Fast lane going to be sent. Some spam coming his way. Slides in. Able to find Artsy. Looks for Cortezia, but Karen will be there for the quick trade out. Now we go into a 2v2. Both players playing here in main. Smoke down. The TP in. Defuse being started. Overdrive though from Aspas. Tearing them asunder is Ash. So very low. Eventually will get flushed out. Sverno collects both kills.
Another wild round. The pace of these have been incredible, and a lot of that is because Gen G normally likes to get aggressive early in the rounds, but this time they play a little further back. They give up some of that space intentionally. Foxy9 was still hanging on to his barrier mesh as well. Wasn't able to use the ult or given the opportunity to throw down some of that, so you couldn't really stall them out. And they took a lot of map space because of that. They're able to claim some mid control with Cortezia, keep Texture off balance, and then find a really nice kill onto Munchkin. Isn't able to really find those lurks just yet. Now he's got a judge, trying to get things turned around. See if they read this.
Economy whittled away at here on both sides. But do they want to actually commit into the position? They're reading it, but they're unable to find the opening kill. It's going to be even more damage dealt. I'm taken very, very low. Shots out. Cortezia having to back away, but now they've had kind of both site access points. Door just slammed in their faces. What does the call end up being here for Mibr?
Well, yeah, you remove the neon, you remove the breach. It's so difficult now to make an entry. You got to get a good paranoia, good recon maybe, but it's still a tough ask for Mibr.
Recon confirming that presence still here. Feels like the entry in from market from Cortezia is going to have to be absolutely monstrous.
It's been pinged out by Gen G. Oh my God, Ash.
I mean, he only had 2 HP, but
30 seconds
still
left.
just able to find him blind through the smoke off of timing. Verno similarly does get tagged up as well. He's now out into the open. Foxy9 makes his presence known. Net will not connect. Verno have to fight his way out of a very difficult position. He's able to do so with a nice shot there onto Foxy9, but getting the remainder, not quite going to be possible. Gen G get themselves up to 7, guaranteeing a lead at the half.
I'm really impressed with Ash so far here on his international debut. So it's really hot. One way to get Munchkin going, get him into a tricky spot with a judge and find some value. 3 kills for the IGL. He just loves to find those moments, find those weaknesses. You know, he's learning from what he saw in previous rounds. Hey, they're not really taking a lot of B main control. If they're not contesting it early, I bet I can tuck into this corner and catch him completely off guard. He's just so good at reading his opponents. Ash playing a little bit further back, setting up for the crossfire with Texture. Inside A main is a weaker buy. Verno with the hero rifle.
Little bit of noise being made here. Texture just walking forward, and a little bit of movement. Said he cannot find that shot, but he quick scopes back in to take down Aspas. 3 peaks, finds himself a second. Just one by one having a fall, but Artsy with a nice shot. He's able to go ahead and put that operator back down onto the floor.
It's bought a ton of time though for the reinforcements to arrive for Gen G. And Mibr seemingly don't feel like they have many other options but to commit to this.
Not exactly the weapon that you want to pick up to try to utilize on the attack on this site, but Shenam is able to make work of it. Get some value from that operator. There's still an opportunity here for Mibr, but now it starts dwindling.
Spike down A.
Spike gonna be left on the floor. Just trying to slowly swing further and further. Try to gain some line of sight into A, but now he's gonna be smoked off. This operator, not likely to find much value at all.
30 seconds left.
Shot dart in from behind, and
Player
Burnout unable to
standing.
find the kills. And I'm just gonna be ping revealed out. Not much else to be done here. Has to go for the timing shot. Ash will flush him out. 8-2, Gen G back in the driver's seat.
Yeah, I mean, you just get that operator right back over to Texture. A little bit off on the first one, but the follow-ups were good. You just don't have many other choices. Love the way that Karan is playing on site, not giving Jenum the chance to really do much with that operator. Never gave him the angles, was aware of the situation. Good coordination with comms for Gen G. Really in control here on this defender side. And it's gonna have to be another timeout for Mibr.
Always
Apna bhi,
toughest pill to swallow, having to commit both of these in that first half, but just given the circumstances, the state of things, it's absolutely necessary.
No, you have to. I mean, they just really haven't been able to find much success other than the rounds where Gen G wasn't playing aggressive early, where they weren't taking control of the mains. Those were the rounds that they were able to get it done, and Gen G just went right back to creating pressure early. And that is completely throwing Mibr off. They're not used to teams being that aggressive. But Gen G, again, loves that map control. That is what this team is all about. It is setting up your team to make it impossible for them to get through. And even if they do, then you've already got lurks going, you've got other things happening, and you're able to respond quickly.
All right, well, back into the action. We'll see if this can lead to a couple more round wins. Mibr still with an opportunity to try to make this an 8-4 half, recovered as much as humanly possible. They do have a Rolling Thunder available to try to make that happen. But at this point, feels like it's pretty much necessary. Granted, they're playing into a very defending-heavy composition with Foxy9 on that deadlock.
Good paranoia, though.
Let's get them to go ahead, back away from the forward angles. Barrier mesh set up to try to cut this off, and just even on the spam out, are able to go ahead and clear out one of the sonic sensors.
Look at Karan.
Backstep also bhi.
Against this tripwire here.
And Munchkin right behind now. Even Texture starting to make a move. Sees the tripwire, but
Look how far back they're playing. They're expecting this Rolling Thunder to come through to try to entry onto the site.
they don't want to give this up until the confirmation comes through that they're going to be planting onto A.
Without any real issues moving forward, they're just not going to commit this ultimate, so they don't send it out. And now that flank around the back has been noted. Nosboss able to win the fight here on the forefront as Foxy9 does get taken down, but Munchkin around the back. They weren't ready for that second layer. He strikes, finds 2 kills.
Cage triggered.
Not seen with this Rolling Thunder, could be monstrous though for the post plant. He's got it set up and ready to go. Hearing Texture trying to sprint forward, trying to get ahead of it. And he will just get shut down. Timing though, Munchkin swings around the back. Ospas found. The time is getting away from them here as Bethesda hits a great shot out from Ali. It's all on Ash now, and he cannot get it done. Huge round from Mibr. They get themselves a third.
Yeah, that is a dangerous round. And they do a great job of avoiding some of those traps that Gen G wants to set up. But the TP there, I believe, heard by Xenom. And that shuts down Kara, and then Munchkin somehow finds 2 back there. Cortezia, though, really starting to come to life, hitting some snappy shots. Much needed here for Mibr. See if they can find the 4th. 1 more to go in the half.
Neural Theft available, as well as from the shadows. Hunter's Fury 1 charge away from Verno.
Defense में चलेगा लेकिन
Very solid tools about to be available. Munchkin, though. Viper's Pit, finally available. Took a while, and see when that comes into play, if at all. And we'll just go ahead and try to lock down any access towards this A side. Texture playing forward, finding one. The breach now eliminated. The re-push, and he is playing on a knife's edge. Karan at the same time going to be picked off. They now know that Market is at risk. This was a re-peek. Find Shenum. Texture just single-handedly trying to hold this down, but Ash does get involved. Finding one, finding a second, looking for the third. Runs out of bullets. It's just Cortesia, no corpses to try to play off to try to get a reveal. Now being hunted here. Just sending the ult, trying to get any kind of stray tag. None to be found there, but Munchkin is slowly approaching around the back. Holding the angle here for the exit. Cortesia can find this. Maybe he can make a run, but Munchkin will be able to get it done. 9-3, Gen G way out in front of the half.
This is better than I was expecting at all for this team.
Not at all. Well, a lot of work to be done here from Mibr. We'll see if they can get the pistol when he comes back after halftime.
Face your death, cause you play the roulette with each step I progress, no less. Go ahead and place your bets, cause we know where we at, we know we top tier. Cause all the hate that you bring, we know
लेकिन अब आसपास चलेगा.
like a rocketeer and stopping here. It's strange how they cannot see the future, but see profit here. Wait up, we gon' always win. Promise that that's not a promise, yeah, that is a threat. You know that I promise to bring the team commas. When the whole team win, that's when you flex. Win, and I'ma do it again. Watch me win, then watch me do it again.
Genji कह दे. Genji ही कह दे. लेकिन अब आसपास का टाइम.
All right, we are back and about to go into the second half here on Sunset. Gen G have been having a whale of a time. 9-3 the scoreline, and Kara kind of the big carry that we're seeing at the moment here for Gen G.
No, I mean, he is right at home on the international stage. As we take a look at the Coinbase Econ report, I mean, he is so valuable, and it's obviously his shooting. You see him when the observers cut to him and he's just popping heads, he looks great. But you got to watch his positioning. Watch him on the minimap. The way that he's moving around sight, he's so difficult to track, and he's so aware of the situations that are opponent in. I mean, I always go back to that Zenom moment when he had the operator, and he never gave him an opportunity to use it. Even used a smoke up there to make sure that the angle that he was going to come through was really unfavorable. It's all these little things that he does as the Omen that make him one of the best on the planet.
I mean, it was the thing that kind of caught everybody's eye immediately. It wasn't just his aim, but his movement, his mechanics, his game sense were always so damn crisp from the very get-go. But Mibr now turn our focus to this squad to see if they're going to be able to make a massive run back. Some people believe in curses. Mibr are certainly hoping that that is true as they go into this pistol, a must-win. Otherwise, Gen G will find themselves at double digits. Clear on the recon. Quad push basically out into mid. Tezia out over towards that market door. Let's look at the shove them back, but okay, well, count on for all the praises that we sing him. He's going to be the first one to fall. It's a nice shot to come through from Artsin.
Yeah, but meanwhile, Munchkin's just free roaming over at A. I mean, you do have Verno a bit close, but he's going to get some pretty easy access to the site. Although Mibr starting to get a read onto this. So they've left this space open. They're aware of that negative space. Let's see if they can stop Gen G from getting in and getting a plant going.
Barrier mesh. Difficult to try to clear out when it comes down to these pistols. Immediately going to start spamming it though, try to work this down as quickly as they can. And there you go. Big found there off the net. Couple shots exchanged, but no real damage going to be taken here. Still the player advantage for the side of Mibr as they get ready to go on this retake.
There's 3 sheriffs in the hands of Gen G. They can connect.
Trying to find the timing. There you go. Munchkin coming up big. Finds 2. Brings it now into a 3v3.
Look at this reclear.
Is Sheriff not going to be recoverable though for Foxy9 unless he can make his way all the way across. Paranoia does get sent. Shock Dart damage going to be found as Ash falls down to 11 HP, but still is going to be good for one. And now they know exactly where Verno's at. Revealed by the recon, the slide in. He's completely, utterly surrounded. Now netted, locked on the floor, but he gets the tap and brings it into the 1v1. Swings out, runs out of bullets. 2 bullets remaining!
Oh, shit.
And what a shot! The time is not there, but my God, Verno! You are an absolute menace!
क्या शॉट मारा भाई.
Oh my goodness. He is on fire today. 14 kills. He's now tied with Karan in the kill department. I mean, if he just has a few extra seconds here, but the delay, the stall, Ash in particular, the way he's working around the box on site, very, very heady.
And it's bittersweet because they cannot get the round win conversion off the back of that gorgeous play. But my God, Verno.
They're buying up here. Mibr.
They are.
Yeah. They're feeling the pressure. They're getting a little aggressive over towards A main, but Gen.G being very patient. They're wary of something, and they're right to be so. They're taking their time to make sure that there's no deep push-outs. I mean, you saw it on the pistol round that they sent 3 right out of top mid. So you got to be ready. Some kind of aggression. Cortezi holding a tight angle with this stinger. Couldn't find any shots to connect, though.
Not going to do much at that distance. Playing for the information. And Cam. Got to catch him off guard.
Scanning ahead.
We've now confirmed that there's a force buy. So Gen.G going to maybe play around a bit differently here. So it's going to be a quick pivot across. 3 players towards this A site.
Still being very methodical, our Gen.G. Really taking their time. Still looking.
Very loose-lipped about their movements here. Texture's just stomping around. Trying to see if he can get any kind of reaction out of him. Paranoia goes across the site. It's not going to find either of these players at alley. Shedham's able to find that kill, and that can't be a timing potentially picked up. Texture now going to be paranoid. Aspas does get a dink at range, puts Ash down to 70. Weapon not going to be scooped up. Foxy's able to find one now. Trades it out. Net connecting. Spike planted. Drone hunting around here from the back, but with the double face, Gen.G are able to find Shedham, getting that Bulldog right back out of their hands. Texture dead here on the side. Ash across to the opposite side as Munchkin gets the spot out, but cannot get the shots to connect as Aspas is doing so much damage. Swaps to the classic, and he shuts down Foxy9. Rotates over, gets a weapon upgrade, back over for the defuse. Mibr, the force buy, finding value as they will get themselves another round win here in the second half.
It is amazing how many headshots that Aspas is hitting with that stinger. Some great shutdowns as well, but they are so well drilled there. I mean, these hits that he's getting, Foxy doing his damnedest, but Aspas just too darn good. That was a risk that paid off big time for Mibr. It's their map pick. They've got to turn it around. Let's see if they can keep it going here on this defender side. A few sheriffs going to be bought up for Gen.G. Otherwise, not much to speak of.
Net does get the grab there, but no way to play off the back of it. So be removed. Munchkin, quick little peek in towards the B site. Tiny bit of damage suffered. Grabs the orb. Looks like he's trying to fake back, but camera's still set up here in main.
It really feels like, yeah, it really feels like Gen.G is just trying to bait some responses out of Mibr. Munchkin's trying to get the download on what these defensive setups are going to look like, so he can kind of figure out as this half goes on how he can maneuver around it, where he can spot the weak sides. Because so far they haven't been able to find too much. Mibr has been holding their cards pretty close to the vest, so they're going to have a tough execute coming through here potentially.
Cage set up, a little bit of spray through. He's able to find some damage. Eats quite a bit of damage in response. Down to 14. His exit trying to escape. Shock Dart will chase him, but Aspas Cortez able to find one piece. Aspas Inferno now. The dynamic duo getting involved. Dart with the classic. We'll get the shutdown mid-slide. Gets a headshot to try to make a go of it, but can't find much more damage there. 3 players surviving.
Now Rifle's gonna come into play for Gen G. You have Foxy 9's ult Annihilation available for Deadlock.
शॉक डॉट का टाइम क्या है?
Starting to heat up. Slow start to the map. 7 kills now. He can keep picking it up. Definitely MIBR could come back into this. Bruno has been their shining star so far. They're gonna need one of the best players in Valorant to really start stepping up. Here goes that 3-man push. Down mid again. This time though, don't like what they see. Recon there. Texture's just gonna send some shots into the smokes just to make sure there's not gonna be any more aggression. Gen G's gonna, I thought they might consider trying to take some mid control, but instead they're still just watching to see what MIBR is gonna do.
A recall on the cam there for Cortezia. Doesn't get cleared out. Seems suspicious though, seeing the wall, and gets a very solid read on Munchkin's position. Seems like it's MIBR, the ones that are getting the download now.
Yeah, they're just corralled right now, our Gen G. They're gonna have to hit some pretty nasty shots to get out of this.
Osbus over the top, drops down to the worst possible moment there as Texture trying to escape, slides back across the wall. Shots flying, but the grab comes in. Cortezia being dragged to his demise. Foxy 9 this time able to find some value off the back of the ultimate. That now leaves Shenup low on HP. 7 health, getting the kill. Onto the first. Foxy 9 playing ring around the rosy. He's going to rotate across over towards Boba. There's the ping reveal. And there is the shot. Gen G not letting MIBR build up the momentum here. They get themselves another round win off the back of the bye. Still suffer some heavy losses though. Neither team's economy going to be in the most stable position.
And the fact that Texture gets out behind his own fast lane before he gets killed is incredible. The timing as well, just a bit unfortunate for Osbos. Just wasn't quite prepared for Texture to be that pushed up.
Any other weapon, he's dead to rights.
Yeah, and then that opens up the Annihilation behind it. I mean, that's just the way everything kind of crumbled there.
Revealing area.
Same dart here from Ash round over round, just trying to make sure that these pushes out into mid aren't coming through from MIBR. Allows them to funnel their focus forward onto the sites themselves. Just a Sheriff in hand here for the Cypher.
Kind of an awkward tripwire setup.
And going for the diagonal. Runs out of bullets, running straight back. Texture spawning out Verno. Sends out the relay bolt to try to hold him back. And will be able to do so successfully.
I'm out of here.
And you've got a lot of util here on Foxy 9. He can decide where he's going to funnel MIBR into. Sets up the barrier mesh at market.
In the pit. But I mean, they want them to have to only go through market now. The pit's going to be invested. Locks off back of sight Boba. Another grab net at the ready here from Foxy 9. Slow up the approach. Sends it, catches on the 2.
Blind ready unka.
Get the clear fault line. Gonna connect on Karan, but he's got the paranoia. So as the util gets exchanged, it's still going to be Gen G who end up coming out on top. As Karan gets the spray down onto the final 2 players, and Gen G get themselves up to map point in flawless fashion.
They're just really dialed in today. The crossfire setup, Texture finding that first kill to open up the site. Cortezia, nothing he can do. Foxy looking really sharp there, catching Osbos on the end of the slide. Karan there, tucked into the cubby on site. And just incredible the form that Gen G has come into this opening match of Masters Toronto with. A lot of ults though for MIBR.
Well, the last force worked. This one though, a bit more desperate and off to a rough start. The Cypher dead, the spike gonna be planted here. Less than 20 seconds of the round starting. Karan up over the top, about to catch Eclipse. Gets the readjust, and I'm gonna be taken down. That was some of their heaviest hitting weapons available to them as Osbos desperately tries to scoop it up. Karan finds the headshot before falling. Hunter's Fury fishing for the rest. It's a 2v4. Ooh, able to find the first. A great headshot there. on the texture. Shock dart up and over the top, and Foxy9 on a timing, able to just go ahead, peek in, finds the kill, and takes Verno down to boot. 13-5. Gen.G looking electric here on MIBR's map pick of Sunset.
That is an unbelievably hot start on their opponent's map pick. Crazy good stuff for your Master Shanghai champions. They are looking to add another one to their title.
That they are. Well, we're going to have Haven coming up next. We'll see if Gen.G get the clean closeout or if MIBR can rally back.
अरे बस भाई शानदार हो गया
Red Bull gives you wings.
बट पता नहीं ये आएगा कब
Let me show you how to fuck stuff. Oh man, I was just getting warmed up.
Spike defused.
फायर चेक कर दे यार माउस
Jen Lee here with Gen.G Solo. Now, Solo, congratulations on that huge win on Sunset. I just wanted to ask you, what was your initial thought when you saw MIBR pick into Sunset? 감독님, 선셋에서 대승을 거뒀는데요. MIBR이 선셋 픽하는 걸 보고 좀 어떤 생각이 드셨는지 궁금합니다.
아메리카 팀들이 선셋을 좋아하는 거 알고 있었고, 그리고 저희가 뭐 작년에 보면은 약하다고 평가할 수 있기 때문에 픽할 거라고 예상을 했었기 때문에 저희가 준비를 잘 했습니다.
Well, yeah, I kind of saw that sunset pit coming because NA teams, America's teams, they really like to play the map. And our sunset last year was a little bit weaker than other maps. So I really was aware that they might pick into sunset. So, you know, we prepped our sunset and it's looking good. So we're good to go. Thank you, Solo. Good luck.
That sunset looked more than prepped. You can't ask for a better start for Genji here. I'm your host, Yingsun. I'm back with Ender and Mel. Maybe I cursed it by saying it's going to be extremely competitive, but almost flawless for Genji.
I mean, they just crushed. I mean, overall dominance throughout. I mean, starting on the defensive side especially, I felt like just their control over the map with their Viper Wall, the sensors, MIBR just never found a way to really solve their attacking rounds.
There was really no way, it felt like, for them to get into these rounds. And
टीम डेथमैच खेलते हैं, क्यों बोर हुए?
Match found.
मेरे दोस्त के बर्थडे पे गया था, बट उसकी दीदी ने मुझे सुनते हुए पकड़ लिया बात, बट एक बार चली गई था। भाई इसमें तो मैं क्या ही बताऊँ तेरे को।
Enough training. It's time.
सूंघ ले तो अच्छी सूंघ ले उसकी। कैसी खुशबू थी वैसे भाई। खुशबू कैसी थी?
Let's begin.
Show me a target.
Reloading.
भाई उसको एक्सप्लेन तो नहीं कर पाऊंगा कैसी थी बात।
Who else?
Reloading. To disappoint me.
Over there.
क्या टपली मारी यार इसने।
Seconds until stage change. There we go. That's one rampaging raise.
Breaking them.
Stage 2. Reloading.
कौन बस नियॉन पेल रहा होगा।
Charge your ults.
power.
यार मेरा एम क्यों हिल रहा था इतना?
Destabilizing.
वो कैसे होगा?
Stage 3.
अरे
Target down. Not enough.
स्नैपर आते हैं ना, घटिया लगते हैं.
Over there. Not ready yet. Destabilizing. Over there. Not bad.
My ult's ready.
The hunt begins.
Got 4. Making cover.
Block inside.
Show me a target.
मेरे भाई ये मेरे भाई मैसेज करते हैं.
Try again. My ult is ready. No distraction.
Buddy.
And that's the end.
अरे यार
Stand aside.
You're done.
Show me a target.
अरे ये अंदर ही बैठ रहा था तब से.
Breaking them. Stopping fire.
Off your feet!
Next. Got 3.
एक अंदर आए.
15 kills remaining.
Focusing.
Cutting their vision.
Over there.
पूरा माउस नीचे रगड़ दिया मैंने. ये वापस साला फ्लैट 3 में ही रेंग रहा है. स्टार्ट हुआ मैच.
I feel like Genji can we just talk about Solo's pressure?
वो स्टार्ट हो गया.
And he cannot escape. Paranoid Cross does come in from Karan. Everybody from MIBR now clustered up here on this B site and into the meat grinder. Was able to just get mowed down. Cortezia quickly getting himself across into sync and get this plant, at least get the money. Maybe try to find a bit more damage, but no weapons. We're able to get scooped up there in all of the chaos, so it's still just the classic of the drone might have caught a glimpse. Free swings in, Munchkin strikes him down. All weapons going to be saved as Gen G start things off 2-0.
Yeah, I mean 3-0 in the pistol rounds for Gen G. They're just in cruise control today. Texture continues to just dominate in first kills. He was 5-0. Texture online, you're getting good, solid sight holding from Foxy9. You're getting good coordination, good crossfires, everything you could ever want. And they look really well drilled here, really well prepared for Masters Toronto.
Confusing. Actually give that over to Khan and try to get that from the shadows online a bit faster instead of Munchkin's kid. Munchkin's somebody who very much favors information, so I think he wants Karan to be able to have that so they can just TP in, scout a position, and get a read from there.
He doesn't seem to be like that concerned with his ultimate. He, you know, especially on this map, Karan likes to
barrel spotted. Oh, but Munchkin not able to find that kill. Does put him down to 20, so Foxy, quick peek out from the garage doors, does trade it back.
Instant trade.
But Karan will use that TP aggressively on this map. Get some information, try to find that extra flank angle. So, in the wheelhouse for Gen G. So push up from A long. Ash right at the door. Has Karan and Texture there to back him up.
Quick little jiggle peek there. Top of the box, able to spot him out. Paranoia further try to slow things up. Now has that smoke cycled in. Tailwind still available here for Aspas, but it looks like MIBR maybe reading that they do have a stack set up. Swing going to be coming through now. I can see it's going to be taken down. Verno, Aspas, however, answering back a couple kills, and Texture gets tagged down to 57. Player advantage now here for MIBR.
It's a nice pause there for MIBR, recognizing that Gen G might get aggressive out of that position.
Texture swinging down in towards Sewers. Cannot pull the trigger fast enough. Ends up falling. It's now down to Foxy9. Looks for the first, can't quite make it happen. A triple face forward. MIBR this time preventing the bonus conversion.
Yeah, MIBR is a team that will play pretty slow sometimes on these attacker sides. They're going to take their time. This isn't going to be quite like you're going to see in some of the other regions where the attacks feel a little bit forced. This is one of those rounds, and MIBR does a great job here. Good calling by Artzin.
Let's go! Let's go!
And they're able to catch Gen G as they try to spring a trap out long A. That basically breaks the round open. And back to kind of an interesting setup here. Texture over at the front of B with Munchkin. They're holding.
Set up there.
Yeah.
Standard wall from Munchkin. Across that front of the B site into the A axis as well. There's a white combo ready to go here at the door. Swing in though, and Aspas wins the fight against Foxy9, taking his head clean off.
That's what you need.
3 damage found, but that's about it. Otherwise, walking away relatively unscathed. MIBR, another solid start to the round.
Ash trying to take some map control. Push pretty far up, but again, MIBR happy to play patiently. Wow, Ash.
It's going to be rewarded. Slow drift forward. Letting Shenham, it's not quite ready. Moment now going to be taken down. Pivot cross towards C. Looks like they're giving this a consideration. They need Cortezia to try to win this position. Win it, he has. Tucked back into the corner. Karan now just trying to run him down before the ping reveal comes in. He's eventually find the kill. Has to back away. TP's out to safety. Paranoia, Sen. Doesn't quite connect.
30 seconds left.
Aftershock to try to hold back that C-Link door access, but Karan pushes forward again, being rewarded for his aggression, finding Verno. Just tucks into the corner, Artzin able to find that stun. Gets himself into a corner as well. Try to hold down the same angle as Aspas.
Last player
Push
standing.
forward, they're not ready for this timing from Karan, who's just playing so fearlessly. Gets himself a 3K, and it's now down to Aspas to see if he can try to clutch out the round. The defuse already held the half, and Ash hits the headshot. Gen G, 3-1, they maintain the lead.
I mean, Karan is just in demon mode today. He is absolutely just changing rounds in Gen G's favor. A good early win for Ash on a trade as well here. That's a huge one right there. On to Zenom. You're really changing that round. You're denying access to the A site, and they have no recourse. Even though that early kill on the Foxy 9 by Aspas was very nice, give them a little bit of hope in the round. Genji is just in cruise control, and Karan, he is made for big stages, it feels like. He is just fearsome.
No spring of the trap there outside of A long. Ash just playing back.
Right there.
Out to safety. 2 Guardians again invested here for the side of MIBR, similar to what we were seeing from them on Sunset. Considerably fewer Sheriffs, though. 2 players with classics.
And Genji respecting this eco. They're giving up a lot of space here, trying to play behind the toxic screen of Munchkin, anticipating that this could be an A hit. A little bit of attempted lurking and done. Spot on the Aspas, though. And that's going to send MIBR into a bit of a pause. Let's see if they rethink this hit or not. But this doesn't change much in the equation for Genji.
Ready to go here on the entry. Ash, though, dodging on the fault line. Spam into the Cloudburst to try to flush Aspas out. Unable to do so, but the stun is still there. He will end up getting picked off. Cortez is going to try to go for a lurk here, but Foxy 9 hadn't rotated quite just yet, and now is still going to be in position to hold down this C site. MIBR trying to make up their minds here with just 28 seconds remaining on the clock. Seems like it's going to be this B site once again. So get ready to push forward, but Karan is still here.
About the last player you want to see in this situation.
Wait out the wall. Cycle of smoke. The plant can be stuck. No way to interrupt this. Seems like he might have caught a glimpse there. Sense of the paranoia forces the reposition from Shen up now. Fast lane in. Texture starts scaling forward, and Foxy 9 still ever present over on that C link. Comes away with the kill under the enemy breach. Position noted the TP there, and they're just right on top of him, knowing exactly where he's going to go. Brennan will find one more to stop it from being a flawless, but Genji now stretch the lead by 3 rounds.
They're just in cruise control. At every twist and turn, they're just making phenomenal decisions. Here on this entry, Aspas trying to create some space, just gets shut right down. Foxy 9 with the timing on the counter lurk. Texture just trying to clear that space to make sure they can get this defuse safely. And it's good to go. He's just always having fun.
Always having a good time. There's a timeout call going to be used here by MIBR. Know that they need to have heavier impact starting on this attacking side.
Yeah, and there's a lot to consider for MIBR in this round. You've got a couple big ults on the side of Genji. You've got the lockdown, you've got Texture's ult, and you're one away from a couple big ones yourself. You're one away from the Hunter's Fury, one away from the Rolling Thunder. So those are things you want to make sure that you're considering and making sure that, you know, you anticipate that Genji's going to try to contest you for some of those orbs potentially. So making sure that you're safely able to get those, to set yourself for those executes, get to that post-plant scenario, make things a little bit trickier, because it's been tough to even get the spike down cleanly. I mean, Genji is just all over the map, and their mechanics are extremely on point to boot. So see if they can find some success here. Maybe this timeout will be the one that can start turning things around for MIBR.
Yeah, it's going to be a critical timing. Lose this one. Economy again down in the dumps.
Yep.
See if they're going to be able to find those orbs, get those ults online, utilize them. There's still time to run this back and get themselves into a favorable position at the half. Genji, though, the money starting to really get stacked up. It's only Texture, whose economy is a bit in flux, but has that overdrive behind as well. Let's look at the read here from Genji. Triple stack on this C site. That's where the lion's share of MIBR looking to go. At least to try to get the orb.
Waiting for the turret contact, potentially.
Thrown out, no Aspas, it's so unlucky! Swings right into the spray as Texture struggles to clear a drone, but he'll kill the GOAT.
It's just been that kind of day for MIBR. That's just brutal. No other way to put it. Munchkin tuck himself into that same corner we saw Ash in earlier. See what kind of success he can find, but he's all alone, and you've got a 3-stack from MIBR.
Cage popped. Munchkin looking to reposition. The push about to come through.
shit.
They're suspecting him on the opposite side. He sprays down for two. Can't quite get the third, but the damage is still dealt. Munchkin just so clean with the reposition.
It's unbelievable.
Sound आ गया.
The game sense he has. It's off the charts.
Now the two remaining players from MIBR worlds apart. Shenum does manage to find one, but the spike is still being ushered
30
forward
seconds
over
left.
towards his A site, where Ash now notes him, takes him down to 50. TP forward, both players now arriving. Barely a full HP bar between the two of them, and Ash just holds down M1. Finds the kill, the relay bolt connecting, Texture slides across. They make it a bit closer than it would have appeared, but it's still 5-1.
And now you've got every ult available for Gen.G. Some counter ults available for MRBR. They couldn't really get any of those orbs. They couldn't get into a position, try to get these ultimates, and it starts with this.
I'll show it again.
Oh my goodness.
That is just so damn unlucky.
This is just...
Like this, a smart play. Textures kill, hero blind luck. Still able to scrape it together a bit. Aspas with the knives, looking to see if he can try to find some solid impact. There's no one on this C site. Util, yes, but players, no. Hannah's going out.
Gen.G's playing retake the whole way.
That they are, and the lockdown comes through nice and early. Hunter's Fury, though, is available. Now we'll go ahead and clear this out. Dueling Hunter's Furies now come through as we're just going to see ults invested across the damn board. Rolling Thunder comes through, peek back around to the flank. Spike's still not yet planted, and we're not even a minute into the round.
भाई एक उसमें
The push forward
सारी
coming in,
ults
Aspas
निकालती
slicing
क्या?
and dicing, able to find one. Foxy 9 going to be down on the floor. Ash tucking back, but they're looking to hound him down and make a pivot across over to that A side, but they have to get through this. Sova, and Ash is holding him down!
Spike down.
He gets the 4K, and that's likely more than enough!
क्या एक-एक करके पीक दिया वे उसको?
The young gun, the rookie from Gen.G, absolutely tears them to pieces!
It's just unbelievable.
कैसा मार रहा है? मैं
When
भी
it
देखूं.
looks like maybe
Really?
they're going to start breaking space
Really?
open. They do a nice job setting Aspas up and for his first kill with the Blade
One
Storm.
enemy remaining.
And then the
Spike
second
down.
one,
Defenders spawn.
Ash is just so fast. Unbelievable. And Fraud is furious. That is just brutal.
Understandably so. It was again a big investment.
अब ना हो रहा comeback.
Now you've got Vandal Guardian, 3 Sheriffs. Try to pull off a Thrifty. Still a pit, still from the shadows available here for Gen.G.
Yeah, they're just having such a tough time finding any success. You know, they've tried a lot of different looks, some fast hits, some other things like that, but Gen.G is just so on top of the game.
Texture on top of the box. Scratches the
खुदा.
eye. And then says, oh, hello. Peeks in, finds one. Shut up. Doing well to get the one tap. Put the neon on the
खुदा रहा है
floor.
भाई.
Swing through the wall, though, and Ash catches him a bit off guard.
Revealing area.
That's the weaponry on the floor. Double push up. The start about to fly through. Ash will immediately know Verno's position. Okay, no.
One enemy
Doesn't get
remaining.
cleared, but Munchkin just sprays through the smoke. Finds that elimination. Karon will find the other. 7-1, Gen.G. Absolute domination.
It has to start here for MIBR. It just has to. It can't keep going like this. I mean, you're losing Aspas so often. Texture continues to just dominate in first kills. And Ash has been unworldly here on Aven. 9 kills now, topping the charts, topping the server. This is the confidence behind that toxic screen to just peek through and take Zenom down. Now you've got the operator for Texture. And this is where things get oh so scary for any opponent.
There's the first to fall.
Spike down. C.
Spike is well confirmed. And immediately they look to reposition, but we know how quickly Texture can pivot with that operator. And he's already starting to reroute. MIBR wanting to try to break through into garage. The cam will force a reposition from Boxy 9, but the tuck in at A lobby here from the side of Karon. We'll see if it comes to fruition. It absolutely does. Verno's not ready for it. Texture finds another outside of B. And MIBR, I think they're going to have to go for a forced save here if they can.
Last player standing.
यार reposition कर रहे हैं.
As it is just Aspas now left alive, and not for very long. Around the back, Foxy9 gets the back stab, and it's flawless. And you have to suspect that that second and final timeout is going to have to be called here.
I agree. This is just so difficult. If you try to go to one side of the map, they're pushing you on another. They're always taking space, and it makes it so hard for MIBR to get any kind of map control. And if they try to take long A, Gen.G's happy to see that over, but they're going to put 3 stack there on that site to make sure that you can't get through. They have full confidence in Foxy9 over on that B and C side to make good decisions, to just play for, setups, get a quick kill and get out, play for retakes, those kind of things. And there's just so many layers to the way that Gen.G is approaching this game, and at every twist and turn, they've had MIBR's number.
Unfortunately, it just hasn't even really been that close.
No.
8-1. Already a devastating scoreline considering that Gen.G's here on this defense. Crowd, do you guys want to see MIBR bring this back? Do you want to see a map 3? Little bit of a weak response, I'm not gonna lie. Maybe there's a lot more Gen.G fans here than I thought. If you want to see it, those players on stage are gonna need your energy. Because right now, they're looking pretty drained.
And Munchkin is buying an Odin.
Oh, come on, Munchkin.
He doesn't do this
I want to like you.
Well, too bad. Oh my God.
This is a changeup from his usual, which is spamming into window.
This. He's a step ahead again. He's already thwarting some of their plans.
And trying to set up for texture. Relay bolt will come through fast lane. He's gonna fake an exit. Tries to play off that recon ping, but it's gonna be Ash who's able to find one, and it's Aspas. The worst possible target.
Spike down A.
Texture on the re-peak, finds the breach. And MIBR cannot catch a break.
I mean, they just knew what that timeout was gonna be about for MIBR. It was about A main control. They knew they had to start taking some of that space to prevent these quick lurks that Gen.G was taking. And Gen.G's just ahead of the curve. They're reading their opponents just brilliantly.
And what are you meant to do?
Good luck.
Try peep back into an operator.
I mean, your only hope here is that Foxy9 makes a mistake and you can win that battle.
And now there's a smoke cycled forward.
Yep.
Karen reading it. Pin up dead. Finding a second. And on the little jiggles, Ash is able to find
30
Cortezia.
seconds
So
left.
pretty much full information gathered here is if you're going to be able to exit at all. And texture more and more these days has looked like Mr. 3K. See if he goes on the hunt to try to make it a 4K this time around. It's Munchkin maybe to try to take the first
10
fight, though.
seconds left.
Verno desperately needing to hold on to this weapon. The team just does not have any money. The recon is going to be sent, and Munchkin will go ahead and find the headshot. But it's another flawless here for Gen.G. Now up 9-1. None of these timeouts, neither of them here on this map, leading to any big adjustments to any round wins.
And Gen.G's just getting it done with their macro play. They haven't had to use many ults. They're just outguessing their opponents there. And Aspas just can't do anything. Just brilliant timing from Ash on the util. Follows it up, backing up Texture's operator. He really wanted that 4K.
He did. He knows that that's a safe number.
It is his safety.
Well, TP into the back is very much red. Munchkin, Johnny on the spot. His Texture finds the body shot, pops the overdrive, takes down Aspas here in range. In with a shout to try to get himself another 4K, but Verno will deny it. Perfect. Gets himself a second kill. Try to make a go of it, but would be an ace clutch. We saw how tenacious he was on that opening map. Position known. And there you go. Quick shots from Ash, who's been so very clean here today. Gen.G get to double digits.
Last round before the switch.
I immediately turned around and looked at Texture on the stage after he died.
I'm sure we're going to have it here in a moment.
That's all I need out of this. This is just incredible. Odd.
Well, maybe we don't get the reaction.
Yep. Oh, he just laughed it off. I saw the hands go up, so I thought maybe.
Not as upset as I would have anticipated.
I thought maybe we get a little more out of it.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, given the game state, we're basically just watching Texture clip farm. Making a highlight reel.
He is
16-6 at the moment.
Well, they're going to try to go through Garage again. Foxy playing a bit further back. Smoke there to force him out of that position. Trying to play a little bit of contain as Munchkin here around the corner. Foxy going to rely on the util, and Texture's just clearing out C-Main.
Having the read, it's a bit messy, but he still gets a headshot through the wall. Aspas down low, has to evacuate, and Munchkin just continues to spray away, finds him in the end.
What damage did he put on Munchkin?
He didn't take any damage in that exchange. Unbelievable.
Texture now on a deep line. As that pit is not going to cover the front of site.
Trying to set up a way to give themselves access to the site is what it looks like.
Camera going to be set up though, and that's going to have to be cleared out. Spike's still being brought around to bear. Hand it off. So they try to get the breach in position here to try to prevent the flood retake. Hunter's Fury looking, but just narrowly missing. Unable to get those tags. Tizia trying to play forward. Texture though. Finding the first. Shenham does fall. The push coming in instantaneous with a headshot. Now the ping reveal about to come through off that neural depth, but it doesn't matter. They just flood in before they can gain the information. Verno trying to fight back, but just can't align that crosshair. 11x round wins now. Gen G are looking to bring this to a far faster conclusion than we could have ever anticipated.
I'm flabbergasted. Completely flabbergasted.
Unreal scenes here from Gen G. Well, that's the half done and dusted MIBR. Can they make the miracle run back? We'll find out after halftime.
Esports is a $2 billion industry now, but it all started in dingy basements and cramped living rooms.
From how the pros train to how the money flows, this G2 and MasterCard series breaks it all down. 12 episodes, packed with insight and lessons for anyone looking to understand the world of competitive gaming. Ready to learn the game behind the game?
Stay tuned for what's next. You won't want to miss it.
Easy peasy for the Gen G.
Alrighty, we are back. For how long? We don't know. 11-1 the score line as we'll go ahead and take a look at the Coinbase Econ report.
Look at this. Karan with 100. Absolutely having a tremendous effort. Texture was 75, Ash 89. I mean, the Econ through the roof as you would expect when you're up 11-1. For Gen G. And you can see Texture gets into that op and he gets that little bump there at the end. He's just kind of hanging on to it and his teammates are grabbing it back, putting it back into his hands. So they're just so efficient. It's all about the map control. It's all about the way they play. And they just shut MIBR out of that half.
And everybody going positive right now as far as their KDs are concerned. It's just been absolutely brutal. Now they pivot over to the attack, the side where you typically favor most teams on Haven. MIBR have a gargantuan task ahead of them. They have not been able to find a pistol round win quite yet. This needs to be the one.
And this is a team that's very happy to work the map a bit. Try to play off that toxic screen that's always going to cut through sewers in towards B. Clear the turret there by Aspas. So a little bit of info denial there. They're going to leave the alarm bot to make sure if there's any aggressive lurks from the side of MIBR, they're accounted for Gen.G. Tap of the orb. No response just yet from MIBR.
4 players nearby, as well as the fault line already ready to go.
That got cleared fast. Yeah. Gen.G doesn't like that. There's just too much going on over there. Obviously the fault line to follow. They'll definitely give it away.
But MIBR is going to quick pivot, already working their way across towards this A site where it has just been Verno lingering. Should have a sneaking suspicion that there's going to be a player in sewers because Munchkin loves to play around that wall.
Well, that's something you have to be aware of. But Munchkin somehow finds ways sometimes to just catch you completely off guard.
Some noise made here by Texture. We'll just look to back away. As okay, Munchkin, well, certainly his presence now going to be confirmed. Sets up the poison orb. Hasn't heard anything over from this position though, but he instantaneously turns to the headshot. No! Gets himself a second. Looks for the third, but Aspas will finally shut him down. But my God! How has Munchkin just done that? He should have been dead to right. Aspas trying to fight back for something else, but he can find nothing. 2v4. The attempt of the retake. Gen.G looking to go 4-4 on pistols and get up to match point.
Just staring down Zenom.
Just poking and prodding. It's a nice shot. Cortesia, but the time is just not going to be there. Naron able to find it. Ash gets the other. 12-1, flawless in pistols, and damn near flawless in this map, it would seem. MIBR will need to go for a force, and they need to run 11 consecutive round wins.
Oh my goodness. Just unfair. Unfair. I mean, they are so crisp today. That is crazy good stuff. Yeah, that's incredibly frustrating. It's just been that kind of day for MIBR. I mean, a young team, a lot of players who are new to the international stage. This is a rude awakening, and Textures has got the opener again.
Dead within seconds. Given no opportunity, no chance for recourse for response. Gen.G are completely and utterly in control and have been this entire series long.
And they're slowing the pace down a little bit. Got that one kill. You know, worried about maybe some quick rotations from MIBR, so try something a little different. And just 3-man push this corner. Cortesia on the corner of the Sheriff.
Drone gonna look to try to force him back, does get spotted out.
Clear.
Takes a tiny bit of damage there through the box. Spotted once again, revealed out. They really want to flush this Cypher out of the site, and they will do just that. Texture finds the headshot. As he is reeling from the shock dart. They're having too much fun. Carrot comes up with 2, looks for the final player. We'll be able to get a kill, maybe a chance for Ash. The headshot connects. Foxy swooping in will bring this to an end. We'll put them out of their misery. 13-1. A statement game from Gen.G. Back on the international stage for the first time this year. And they absolutely destroy MIBR.
And they want to show the world why they were Masters champions last year. And they are in impressive form, to say the least. The game plans today, absolutely brilliant. Top to bottom, great play all around. This team is looking red hot here in Toronto.
One hell of a way to kick off a tournament. Ash, his first ever here in Tier 1. A fantastic performance. Foxy9, his first one as a starting player. A steady performance as well. As Gen.G will go down to the elation of the fans and enjoy this winning moment. MIBR, though, obviously, the road doesn't end here, but it certainly looks a hell of a lot rockier than we could have expected. Need to have a rally back now that they get that first loss out of the way. We're going to go ahead and send it down, though. Jen Lee's going to be standing by with Karon for a Verizon post-match interview.
And give it up for Geng!
Full manage sa transfer. पानी पी के आते हैं, छोटा सा ब्रेक।
Match found.
शोभा नहीं आता यार, सब अल्ट वगैरह उसका प्रॉपर नहीं मार पाऊंगा।
तो तू सेंटिनल ले पाएगा? मैं ले लूंगा शोभा।
हाँ हाँ ठीक है, मैं खेलता हूँ, स्नाइपर खेलता हूँ।
Nothing stays hidden from me. Nothing.
सोलो का रिकॉन वगैरह सीखना पड़ेगा, एजेंट खतरनाक है।
Careful of the edges. Not sure if I could catch her in time if you fell off. I mean, I'd try, of course.
आजो भी आजो गाइस।
क्लोज रिवील देता हूँ, वेट करना।
मिड चले क्या फर्स्ट राउंड?
No peek out.
I must wait a moment.
कभी होल्ड करना जा।
Revealing area.
ढूंढ दे रहा जल्दी।
लेफ्ट।
आओ तो यार नहीं क्या यार।
मार्केट एक स्विच है, साइफर मार दे उस पे।
एक है, साइट है।
Last player standing. Spike down mid.
मार्केट डाल।
अरे कॉर्नर क्लियर नहीं किया, कोई नहीं।
That chamber's dressed like a fancy lady.
हाँ यार, तो लगा नहीं भाई उतना दूर वॉक करते हैं, आ जाएगा वो।
ड्रोन दिया था ना ब्रो, आराम से।
हाँ ड्रोन से आराम से चलती है।
लो जा रहा था।
I'm gonna save.
बॉटम मिड स्मोक कर रहा हूँ।
मिड चलना।
और
Scanning ahead.
पीक ले रहा ना तरफ से भाई।
There they are.
बस पे
78 नाइस।
Here.
Reloading.
Here.
वही 84 लो लेफ्ट साइड, क्लोज लेफ्ट।
Last player standing.
एंड बी।
गुड शॉट।
I still can't get over that owl soul. It's too cute. Why is it so cute?
आजो साइड चलते हैं, इजी भाई।
ओके।
अरे कोई सेंटी है नहीं उनमें ऐसा।
यूरू
वही तो कह रहा हूँ।
पैंडल दियो।
I need a drop. This goes here.
योरू गन ले, ये ले। फाइनल चलाएगा।
Try not to die.
ये टीममेट्स होता है।
ड्रोन।
Cutting through. Take flight.
मैं चेक कर।
उसके बाद एंट्री लेनी है, ब्रिम मॉली करेगा।
चल योरू चल।
एक ऊपर भी है, हेवन।
स्मोक दे।
कर दे।
मॉली है, वेट करना।
मॉली आउट है।
वेट।
Reloading.
हेवन आ जाओ। और तोड़ो प्लीज।
Shock dart.
हेवन मार्केट देखो एक बंदा।
Blocking sight.
दो हेवन।
Barrier is killed.
Spike down A. One enemy remaining.
Wiped clean.
टेक्सचर ओपी।
यस सर। हाँ भाई।
Their confidence begins to
Speed
crack.
with me, with you.
My shift. I can see it.
बिना देखे। ये ले।
साइफर बाय कर दे।
हां किस पर
Thanks.
Yes.
All right, muckers. Off we go.
That goes there. Time to deploying drone. Fake teleport. Decoy. Cutting through.
ये गेट तोड़ेगा
Dropping smoke.
Got you.
स्मोक किया
एक ऊपर है हेवन
मारा छोड़ दी एक ट्री है दो हेवन
One enemy remaining.
ये हेवन
110 110
13 seconds for smoke
Nice one.
Enemies
Ult is
close.
ready.
Eyes up.
चल आप बीच में भी
आ जाओ योर फाइन टाइम कौन सी है
सुनो होल्ड करो क्लोज रिवील दे रहा हूं
Ah, this is a nice spot. You want to play? Let's play.
ओके
Dropping
और
smoke.
टॉप मिड वो है
Coverage destroyed. My portal broke. Shot done.
योरू है
Back like I never left. Grounded. My ult ready. I'm back for
एक मार्केट एक सिटी
Last player standing.
मैच
One enemy remaining.
वन ऑफ
Ready.
I smoke in 10 नहीं पीक लेना था एंटी
Thrifty.
अरे मैं तो अल्ट पे गया था सिटी
सबको साइट लेना था तुम्हें इतना आगे ना पुश क्लोज को करने देते थे
अरे नहीं मैं अल्ट पे था मैं अल्ट पे
हाँ वही तो तेरा तो हाँ
एक सेव करना है क्या या बाय करना
सेव कर लेते गाइस
I'm gonna save.
भाई साइड तो
मेरे सारी है क्या
शरीफ है किसी पे
Need a drop.
शरीफ है किसी पे
Could I have a drop?
Jump them.
थोड़ा स्लो खेलते हैं
Watch this.
ऑफ हो गई इस पे जेट पैक
I have dropped the spike.
वॉट में स्मोक कर रहा हूँ
मैं जगल दूं
एक का दरवाजा तोड़ दिया उनने
टॉप मिड देखना
बॉटम में री स्मोक कर रहा हूँ
अरे टाइल्स बैठा हाँ उधर ही बैठा काम कर
वही कर रहा था सीटी कर रहा है और मार दो
I got the spike.
30 seconds left.
सोवा 50 हटा
चेंबर भी
ओपन हो जाए बस जेट है
तेज डालते
Cage triggered. Cage triggered.
Last player standing. 10 seconds left.
वो हक दिया माय बैड
Will they try the same old tricks?
आ जाओ ये चलते
डिसाइड कर लो
ऑफ करेगा हाँ तो अपनी यूट्यूब साइट के लिए बचा लेना, मेन तो साइट का काम कर देगा।
Need a drop. Here. Thanks.
हाँ वो ड्रोन ऑन साइड के लिए
This goes here.
सुन 2 मिनट रुको, ब्रिम अल्टर डायरेक्ट मार सकता है वो।
ठीक है।
Retire there,
उसके
Brimstone.
बाद ही मैं
आई थिंक वो तेरे ड्रोन पे मारेगा तो
हो सकता है।
Deploying drone.
बाय
दो शॉट है।
I'll handle this. Time to jump.
इसका
They found my wire.
कहाँ गया ये?
एक यहाँ पे है देखना।
Here.
Light आओ।
Who's next?
Blocking sight.
Cage trigger.
Okay, go. यार
नहीं अरे सोवा बाहर है।
Spike down A.
दोनों
One enemy remaining.
दोनों वही हैं। 3
Last player standing.
30
Cutting through.
3 है।
Fake teleport.
स्पाइक स्मोक करूं? फ्लैश भी है तेरे पे।
No peeking.
I got the spike.
नाइस।
nice one.
We get a pick. We move in. Got it?
Cypher भाई.
आप तो गुरु भाई बाय मिलेगा।
Grab a draw. Thanks.
थैंक यू। मिड लेते हैं मिड।
That goes there.
Off हो गया baby.
आके स्मोक कर रहा ना अभी।
कहाँ चल रहा?
अभी तो नहीं कर रहा, तो यहाँ से ड्रोन कर देगा।
रुको
Here.
क्लोज रिवील करने दो।
Scanning ahead.
ब्रिम है।
ड्रोन दिया।
आई थिंक बी खाली है शायद।
ब्रिम है इधर।
अरे नहीं जाना था, बोला ब्रिम क्लोज है।
टॉप में टॉप।
Spike down mid. Last player standing.
Buried. Cage trigger. Cage trigger.
Jet पे ऑफ नहीं है वैसे इस राउंड.
Careful now.
हिट रहने देते हैं guys.
अरे नहीं वो साइफर की ट्रिप होती योरू भी
This place is nice, but not nice enough to die in. Let's win and get out of here.
हाँ वही. हर तरफ से मरे भाई. मैं तब लोगों के लिए इधर से भी आ गया था
भाई. तू अकेला चला गया, तेरे साथ कोई आया नहीं। ये राउंड में स्लो ही खेलो। मिड पे ले ले।
Okay, let's get set up.
एक मिनट कुछ मत करना।
There they are. Enemy spotted A.
Cage trigger.
अरे 1v1 क्यों दे रहे हो? मारो ना.
Oh, last player standing. Spike down A.
टॉप है चैम्बर, नीचे आया। क्लोज है तेरे।
अभी more than you did before. ना ए पे उसको कॉन्फिडेंस आ रखा है। चेंबर भी आई थिंक ए ही खेल रहा।
साइट रिवील दो सोवा। तो जेट हाँ मेन पे कैम कर देगा ना साइफर। नहीं वो कैम कर देगा ना, वो कैम कर देगा साइफर। यहां
ना करूं।
This goes here.
Let's crack them open.
I must wait a moment.
है कोई।
Scanning ahead.
Smoke this.
Wait.
Blocking sight.
Right clear है ना, आ जाओ.
Prepare for hellfire.
134.
Cage trigger.
70 euro.
Enemy killed.
70 euro. Timber नहीं पता.
Says it.
Last player standing.
साइफर ब्रो थोड़ा सा कवर का इशू है.
लेफ्ट साइड देख लेता यार.
भाई वो एक साइड देख लेता साइफर.
एक साइड ब्लाइंड हो गया था मैं यार इससे.
हाँ कोई नहीं. कॉल दे देता हूँ. या जेट पे केज कर दे.
They demand a fight. Who are we to disobey?
वो भाई वो फाइट ऑफ कैसे दे देते बाद में रीचेक करके निकाल.
ऐसे एक राउंड और निकल जाए ना बहुत है.
अपन सारे वेट होता ना एक और मेन होता ना मेरे साथ तो हो जाता. लॉक पे बैठा.
शॉटगन में तो वर्ड का
तुम तीनों यहाँ से पुश करोगे क्या? मिड ले और ये पुश मारोगे. हम मेन कंट्रोल रखते हैं. एक स्मोक दे देंगे.
मेन पुश कर देंगे.
No peeking.
वेट होगा.
No peeking.
Spike down A. Last player
तो जाना
standing.
ही नहीं चाहिए भाई. मैं तो बोल के थक गया हूँ.
ठीक है.
Last round before the switch.
Spend your money now. There's no bank in hell.
तो सुनो एक काम करते हैं ठीक है. बी चलते हैं ठीक है. यूरू तू अपना ना ये यहाँ पे साइड क्लियर करके तू मेन से खेलियो साइफर के साथ. साइफर मेरे को दे दे स्पाइक.
The spike is
ये
here.
पे अल्ट है. तू भी मेन खेल.
अबे नहीं भाई पता मैं मेन खेलूंगा ना. मैं मर जाऊंगा.
तो वेट मैं कैम यहीं लगाता हूँ.
Revealing area.
Get out of my way.
ओए सोलो हट.
Reloading.
You want to play? Let's play. Take flight.
इधर जाए या नहीं.
I am the hunter.
Brim low.
Enemy spotted.
Chop down.
My ult. Watch this. Plant the spike.
प्लांट करो.
वेट करो. रिकॉन आ गया.
एक एचपी में.
अरे मैं भी एक एचपी.
स्पैम.
One enemy remaining.
Nice one.
No one to interrogate.
Switching sides.
ये लगाता हूँ
I
साइड
hate
में. ठीक
to
है.
say it, but probably best to play as a team. So, what's the plan?
Yes, this should do.
ग्लोव एक काम करेंगे. सुन तू ना मार्केट से खेल ले ठीक है.
This
जैसे
goes
साइड में
here.
एंटर करेगा ना रिवील मारूंगा फिर मारेंगे.
डन.
रीटेक खेल रहा हूँ.
वाली वायर टूट जाएगी भाई. साइफर तेजी में टूटेगी वाली वायर. तो वह सीधा शॉक करेगा.
साइड
यहाँ
का
पे
लगा
लगती है ना एक.
Let's take
इधर
out
पे
this
एक
one
लगा
down
दे.
with us.
Yes, this should do.
साउंड है.
ये लग रहा है. आगे.
Cage trigger. Caught one. My ultimate is
Heaven है.
Reload.
Standing ahead.
Spike planted.
Reloading.
ऑलरेडी है तेरे पीछे तो.
ओए चैम्बर तेरे पास.
Last player standing.
I saw you, Scotty.
मेरे राइट क्लिक ये नहीं करते. उसके कर रहे हैं मेरे. मैंने दो चलाए.
राइट क्लिक मारा.
One of my cameras is broken. Oh, wait. Okay. It's fine.
क्लिक करना पड़ेगा.
भाई सारे ना भगवान से दुआ करो ये लोग ये राउंड भी आ जाए. क्लोज खेल जाए.
और फिर एक साइड ज्यादा स्टैक करते हैं.
पता नहीं क्यों फील है
साइफर अपना काम मत डाल.
This is a nice spot.
ये ना आ जाए.
कोई नहीं फुल रीटेक ट्राई कर लेंगे.
स्मोक कर दे।
No peeking.
हुआ ए भाई।
अरे ये योरू है बस।
रे में
ये ले रहा है।
जेट ए।
हाँ नहीं है।
ए प्लांटिंग।
और लेके टीपी किया।
Spike
एक हेवन चढ़ा, हेवन चढ़ा। यूरो 80, यूरो 80।
जेट पास होगा।
Last player standing.
60.
क्या मेरे राइट पे क्यों नहीं पड़ रहा है यार मुद्दे? What is this behavior?
I'm amped. Let's go. I got things to do.
This goes here.
साइबर शील्ड रह गई ब्रो। अगर वो लोग ए आ रहे हैं ना बस तुम लोग यहाँ से बैठ के खेलो। सॉरी ट्री से हर एक बंदा मिड देख लो।
ए स्मोक कर लो।
निकल रहा हूँ मैं।
120 तो 120
ये मेन था।
मैं भी रिवील हो गया। वो एक ट्री घुस गया है, सोवा ट्री घुस गया है।
सोवा एक गोली रहा।
One enemy remaining. Last player standing.
क्रंच क्या कहते हैं जेन?
Please 5 गिरा।
Spike planted.
बहुत कांप रहा है भाई हाथ मेरा।
They will scurry, and then they will die. Cutting through.
सेव करो कोई नहीं। ओटीपी खेल लेंगे और क्या। क्लो ब्रो एक काम कर तू ना इधर ही आ जाओ साउंड मत दो बिल्कुल ज़्यादा। ठीक है ऐसे प्रिटेंड करो कि हम नहीं कर रहे बकचोदी जैसे खेल रहे हैं वैसे बकचोदी कर रहे हैं। ये आएंगे बहन के लोड़ा अपनी। जिंदगी ही रट्टी है।
Get entered. There आ गया।
Spike planted.
There they are.
एक स्विच है।
Last player standing.
Flawless. सुनो साइफर तू बी खेल मैं ए खेल रहा हूँ। लोग तू मिड देख ले हल्का।
Match point.
I don't care if there are 5 of them or time to jump.
पैसा भी तो होना चाहिए ऑफ का।
बनी ग्लास कैनन करेगी।
Yes, this should do. This goes here. That goes there. I'll find her. Wow, this is a nice spot.
I am the hunter.
ये हो रहा है।
Sorry, मेरे को लगा तेरे पे रश हो रहा है जैक। Sorry, मेरे को लगा तेरे पे रश हो रहा है इसलिए किया।
One enemy remaining. Flawless.
I thought they were rushing you, my guy. Sorry.
Don't be spending too many brain cells figuring them out. Overthinking is just as bad as underthinking.
Yes, this should do. That goes there.
चले वाला।
हाँ अभी तो खेल ही रहा हूँ।
This goes here.
तो मैं वो ग्रीस वाली से आता हूँ।
कौन तू आ रहा है? ठीक है.
Ah, this is a nice spot. Yes, this should.
You want to play? Let's play.
Back off.
केयर भी लो तू निकल
Cage triggered.
ये रहा सोवा चेंबर ऑफ टाइल्स
220
दोनों में एक राइट साइड है.
मिड पे स्पाइक भी है. काम कॉल.
रहने दे. ऑफ है. अरे क्यों हंट कर रहे हो?
एक गोल फॉर
आ रहे हैं. लो इधर आ.
Here.
रुक जा अभी सिर्फ हाँ एक
They
साउंड है
found my wire.
One enemy remaining. Last player standing.
साइड.
नाइस एक और
good है भाई.
रहने दे.
मैं दिलाऊंगा कोई नहीं
Just let them try to catch me.
मैं दिला सकता हूँ.
Need a drop. Thanks.
That
सुन
goes
यूरो
there.
अब एक काम कर तू हमारे साथ ए आ जा क्लो मिड देख लेगा साइफर भी मेरे को फील है कि हार्ड ए करेंगे
Ah, this is a nice spot. I will find you. This
सोवा
goes
की
here.
अल्ट है, योरू की अल्ट है, कॉम्बो हो गए.
Get out of my way.
Who's next?
Nowhere to run.
Spike down A. One enemy remaining.
मोस्टली मिड रहता है.
गन निकाल के देख लो.
ऐसी सब
नहीं वो डिकॉय था.
हेवन देखो एक अपना मैं
नहीं मेन पे इसकी वो है. हाँ क्या वेंचो
बस तू ये देख ले के देख.
होगा मेरे को लग रहा है वो टाइल पे मुझे ना सकता है.
Reloading. All right, lucky socks. Don't fail me now.
जेड अब बी ऑफ करेगी ठीक
भाई.
का योरू तू मेरे साथ आ जा क्यों तू मिडी खेल.
मैं ट्री खेल रहा हूँ.
Ah, this is a nice. Yes, this should do.
सुन क्लो थोड़ा ना देख के खेलियो बुरे मारता है ब्रो ठीक है.
This goes here. Ah, this is a nice
अगर
spot.
जेड को एक भी स्पॉट होता ना भागना एकदम भर के. लो भागो
Enemy spotted B.
Cage triggered.
Here.
हाँ ठीक है सर.
पे.
Taken out. Shot done.
One enemy remaining. Spike down A.
Take flight.
ओए यहाँ पे सेस.
नाइस नाइस.
कहाँ है तेरा?
Spotted A.
अरे
We are strong because we are together. Don't forget that. Yes, this should do. That goes there. This goes here. Yes, this should do. No more
एक बंदा
charges
मिड
left.
देखो मिड मत छोड़ो.
Now, ah, this is a nice spot.
ए साउंड होगी मैं डायरेक्ट अल्ट मारने वाला.
Here. Cage trigger.
Can I go?
I think so.
भाई इन है
Jumping headshot भाई. I think so बोला मैं.
Scanning ahead.
Spike planted.
Found them. Perfect. Deploying drone.
Last player standing.
3 gone.
Attackers
भाई
win.
और मेरे को कूदते हुए नॉक से हेडशॉट मार दिया.
अरे तुम लोग ना चलो easy.
ये नहीं कारी अच्छी है बहुत खेल रहा है हेलो एम ही नहीं चल रहा है भाई बड़ा बेकार हो रखा है बहुत हिल रहा है पता है एम
Match found.
तू क्यों नहीं बोल रहा है अरे अभी तो ये मैप खेल के हटाऊं यार
Stand in my way. I dare you.
I know your tricks, Wind Girl. You're not faster than me.
किसी पे अरे शरीफ है क्या शरीफ
Reloading. Dropping smokes.
Concussing!
Spike down A.
No match.
Plant the spike. Spike's down. Placing swamp grenade. Reloading.
Amateur.
One enemy remaining.
Blinding!
heaven
अब ऊपर
Last player standing.
Bomb grenade out. They should probably reevaluate their approach.
वो तो बोल क्यों नहीं रहा है?
भाई जस्ट क्या ना?
नहीं ब्रो.
हेलो हेलो आवाज आ रही है? हेलो.
हाँ आ रही है.
क्योंकि पीक क्यों करता है लोड़े ऐसे टाइम पे कांडी जैसा?
अबे मेरे को क्या पता था पड़ जाएगा.
दिख रहा है लो.
Flash out!
There. Dropping smoke.
Forever! Blasting!
One enemy remaining.
Back with a bigger gun. Drive them crazy, Raze. You're good at that.
मैं उन्होंने बाई किया था.
क्या?
उन्होंने बाई किया था क्या?
हाँ बात कर. क्या बोल रहा है तेरे को? वैंडल?
I need a drop.
ये स्टन दे रहा ठीक है.
Concussing.
My ult's
Right there.
gun here. Alarm bot out. Dropping
Flashing.
smokes.
Blinding. Clearing out.
Have one of these. It's grounded. Reloading. Fight turret out. Placing swarm grenade.
Flash out.
One
Zero.
enemy remaining.
Mid.
Save कर तू तो. Nice.
Can I trade my powers in for invincibility? Gun
Bomb
here.
grenade out.
Prefer that. Love it when they make it easy for us. Gun here. Gun here.
अबे चल रहा है ये कुछ नहीं था.
I anticipated last one.
एक क्लोज फ्लैश दे रहा हूँ ठीक है. थोड़ा यहाँ चल जा.
Placing alarm bot.
बाहर आ गया बंदा.
Forever.
One enemy remaining.
Right there.
Lights down.
Not one left.
One downside to being immortal. I can't play dead. Alarm bot out. I'll get that spooky ghost boy.
नहीं साइड ही चल. हो रहा साइड.
What's this?
Concussing.
Flashing.
Blinding.
Smokes.
Clearing out.
Here, catch. Reloading.
Spike down B.
Grenade.
Last player standing.
I have the spike. Bomb buddy out. Win. Show me where to go.
बोट भी पगला गया था बहन को। जब देखना चाहिए तब नहीं देखा। जब भी मर गया तब देखा।
देख भाई वांडर बना।
इधर दे दे।
का शॉक डार्ट आन दो।
Okay. No sure.
शिफ्ट ऑफ करेंगे।
फ्लैशिंग।
Flash out.
लो आगे करो।
Placing alarm bot.
Right there.
मेरे को लेने दे।
यार।
My ult's ready.
उसो।
Satchel out.
Blinding.
Placing sentry. Our carrier is there.
Spike down A.
Like I never left. Grenade. My ult is ready.
One enemy remaining.
Nice.
Last
पीछे
player standing.
रेना लो था रे।
अरे इसको मारने देते ना रेना को।
हाँ ना पता नहीं क्यों। नहीं मर रहा हूँ यार, मैं तो स्टार्टिंग में मर जा रहा हूँ।
भाई मैंने थोड़ी उसको देख के रखा था कि हाँ भाई अभी ये जाके मार रहा, मेरे को देखा मैं मार दिया भाई सीधा।
हाँ वो तो
डाला था।
Stay safe.
होगा।
Placing alarm bot. Grenade. Drop. Drop in a smoke.
Reload करो।
I'm on these.
अबे भाई वो है।
Nowhere to run.
अरे क्यों पिक कर रहा है यार, इसको मैं मार रहा हूँ।
Last player standing. Team Ace.
भाई सोलो नहीं खेल सकते ना भाई, साथ में खेलना पड़ेगा।
Trust me, they'll know what hit them.
बेटे क्यों ले रहे हो यार?
मेरा अल्ट है।
राउंड के लिए बचा बाय है।
फोर्स करो भाई, ये राउंड इम्पोर्टेंट है। ऊपर स्टन बचा के रखना और यहाँ पे स्टन करना एंड के टाइम पे, ठीक है? आफ्टर
फ्लैश दे रहा।
Flash out.
My ult's ready. Initiated.
लास्ट से 4 से
Dropping smokes.
वेट।
Bomb grenade out. Spike down.
अरे उसको पीक क्यों दे रहे हो यार?
Last player standing.
बहुत लोग यार मारना।
अरे जेट को पीक इधर अंदर खेलो ना, अंदर।
Drop in a smoke.
पता नहीं चौधरी बनते हैं यार, उल्टी नहीं कर पाते हैं।
Paint? Check. Charges? Check. Brakes? Nowhere in sight.
Need a drop. Thanks. Alarm bot out. They're not equal.
अंडरस्टैंड दे रहा।
Trevor.
Reload. Enemy kill.
भाई यहाँ पे है वो, यहाँ से पिक करेगा देख।
Blocking sight. One of these.
Blinding.
One enemy remaining.
ए प्लेयर।
अरे तेरे पे स्पाइक है मेरे भाई, हेलो।
लो बा।
Placing swarm. Turret down.
Placing swamp grenade.
Flash out.
Breach.
ए लेफ्ट देख तो लेफ्ट देख इग्रे
Enemy spotted.
Clearing out.
Last player standing.
110 है.
I go through anyone.
Breach, my man.
Right there.
Alarm bot out.
फ्लैशिंग
Blinding.
Enemy spotted mid. Gun here. Reloading. Dropping smoke. Here.
Forever. Blasting.
Plant the spike.
Spike planted.
Ouch.
The hunt begins.
Flash out.
One enemy remaining.
My ult's ready.
No peeking.
We doing this or what?
फायदे तो दे
Can I get this? Thanks.
ब्रीच के बदले
Need a drop. Thanks. Let's go.
Right there.
कहाँ जा रहे हो?
You want to play? Let's play.
स्मोक किधर चाहिए?
साइड ही जाना सकते हैं.
जरा वुमेन.
मार्केट देखना.
Concussing.
ओ ये आया.
Reloading. Oh! Dropping smokes. Reloading.
Rotate.
Enemy spotted.
80.
Right there.
क्रॉस बैठियो.
Last player standing. Spike down B.
Refreshing. I got the spike.
30
चेंबर
seconds
के बाद भी
left.
ऑफ है. मिड से कर सकता है वो.
Ten seconds left.
Spike planted.
क्या एग्रेसिव जा.
भाई
Back like I never left.
One enemy remaining.
No charges.
मिड टॉप. स्मोक दे.
Dropping a
पैनिक
smoke.
मत किया कर, उसको खेलने दे. ऑलरेडी लो है वो भाई.
भाई खेलने देना उसको बिना स्मोक के.
अरे भाई क्यों चिल्ला रहा है?
लो था ना वो. कितना लो था वो? चेंबर
120
120 ना.
टाइम
Last round in the half.
भाई टाइम क्यों बाय करना है जब भाई एक ही गोली मारनी है उसको।
वो भी तो 1 गोली मारेगा यार।
वैसे ही बंदा मत बोला करो यार कितना
Placing alarm bot.
Forever.
Enemy spotted. Smokes.
सिस्टम नहीं हो रहा है ये।
Get out of my way.
80 chamber.
Last player standing. Spike down B.
कैसे नहीं हो रहा?
Switching sides.
डिफेंस निकालेंगे।
I reckon I'll take a step after this.
Concussing. Clearing out.
No peeking.
Spike down A. Spike planted.
गन लेता ना।
Last player standing.
ओके।
They're going to scatter from my stuff. Super easy to pick off.
जेट को बैठना है यहाँ पे बैठ जा शॉर्टी लेके मैं यहाँ से पीक करता हूँ मैं उनको फेक करता हूँ
ये पिक मत करना देखना उसको स्टन देना ना आएंगे
ठीक है भाई ऐसा
Forever.
अरे दे चुका
Spike planted. Last player standing.
Okay, we know the drill. Stick to your roles and we'll crush it.
ये चेक कर लो वो यही आएंगे एक जन मिड देखो अभी
Here.
ए पे होंगे
वो स्मोक कर दिया उन लोगों ने मिड पे
Enemy spotted mid.
Blasting.
Hit 140. Grab a shot.
Concussing.
Enemy spotted mid.
लेने आएगा ओमन।
Last player standing.
Bot
coming back. Bot coming back.
अबे तू यहाँ बैठा क्यों है?
क्या
Spike planted.
एंगर भी लो राइट से जा राइट से
पूरा टीम अभी तो फाइट ले रहा है वहाँ पे।
अरे तुम लोग पूरा एक तो पहले साइड दे देते हो, ठीक है? वॉल तोड़ा था ना?
हाँ वो टूटा हुआ है।
Turn out.
गोवा हेवन हो सकता है, ठीक है?
One enemy remaining.
नाइस वन होल्ड इट नाइस
Clutch.
I had to focus for a second.
टैरेट से चला गया।
Swarm grenade out. Everyone makes fun of German
भाई
efficiency.
बाहर तो छुप गया अपने का
Laughing to see you all my gear.
10 रुपए पेप्सी एजे भाई सेक्सी
सारे हिट्स को दिखा दिया भाई तुमने। मैं भी था हिटर।
इतना वो लोग को स्पेस मत दे।
You want to play? Let's play.
बी मल्टीपल। फिर मैं मॉली खोलूंगा रेस देखना।
Clearing out. Blinding. Flash out.
Spike down B. One enemy remaining.
भाई ब्रीच ही मेरे को क्यों फ्लैश कर रहा है भाई? मैं यहाँ पे होल्ड करके रखा हूँ।
देखा नहीं
I favor this game.
तेरे फ्लैश वैसे मैं फिर फ्लैश हो गया देखा नहीं।
बाय किस पे है? बाय
I need a drop.
Tuck.
I get a drop? Thanks.
ओ शिट दोबारा बाय दियो। बाय दियो दोबारा।
Tuck.
Keep up.
Enemy spotted.
Concussing. Blasting.
बहुत बढ़िया।
नाइस
बी मत देख।
मैं मिड टॉप जगह ले रहा हूँ शॉटगन है।
One enemy remaining. Spike down A.
नहीं बार पिक मत कर बार।
इधर है
पसंद नहीं ब्रो रेस।
भाई इसके भाई कुछ तो
Enemy spotted A.
अबे गन खत्म उसकी।
कुछ तो दिक्कत है भाई, मतलब इसे कहीं ना कहीं से कभी ब्लाइंड कहीं ना कहीं तो लग ही जाते हैं भाई।
Time is ready.
हैंडल तो ले।
Only bright enough for me.
भाई ब्रीच भाई कभी ऐसा हुआ था क्या कि अपन गेम में आया था मैंने आपको बाय नहीं दिया हो?
क्यों?
Turret out.
उसको स्टन दे रहा है।
तुझे वहाँ पे जेट को अगर स्टन किया था ना तो तेरा स्टन यहाँ तक आया था, वहाँ पे मैं स्टन हो गया था।
अच्छा
ऑप्स के नहीं कर इस।
हाँ है मेरे पास।
Can I get a drop? Thanks.
अबे छीवे एक प्रैक्टिकल है।
ए फास्ट
वो आपने सब देखा?
Clearing out. Nowhere to run.
ऐस की आँख भाई क्या अल्ट देता है?
राइट में
Like I never left.
Last player standing.
सेफ कर सकता है तो।
भाई एक लच कर दे।
Spike planted.
दिखा दे बेटर ये सारे हिटर्स को।
जेट लो
लेना पड़ेगी।
क्या पीक था भाई।
Aye, where to?
अबे तो आफ्टर शॉक दे दिया करना यहाँ पे जब वो
भाई
down
सेव
कर
कर
रहा है।
लेता
कहाँ पे?
है। 2 जन का बाय नहीं है।
कर लो भाई, सेव कर लो भाई।
केजे मिड तेरा खाली है भाई, फाइट खेल लो।
ये क्या? नहीं नहीं है।
Flash out.
Spike down
क्रैश
A.
करना यार, क्यों यार?
क्लोज है।
एक हेवन पे चढ़ा था।
Spike planted.
हेवन है। मेंस में
Alarm bot out.
तेरे पास अल्ट है ना केजे?
Last player standing.
Precise.
One enemy remaining.
भाई
प्लीज यार, कर यार ब्लड।
I got
बोल
your
के
back.
करूंगा, बोल के
Just, you know, from the front.
मतलब भी नहीं था, तेरे फ्लैश करना नहीं शुरू कर दिया, तो प्लान हो गया फालतू में।
ओ मिड टॉप आता है,
ए
मिड
पे
टॉप।
आए ना तो रिटेक कर लेंगे आइटम।
अच्छा याद आ गया आपको? नाइस।
अरे पिछला सेव था भाई, क्या करता मैं?
अरे नहीं तो तेरा और इसके पास आई गेस ब्रीच के पास वो था ना, गन थी दोनों के पास।
You want to play? Let's play.
डायलॉग तो पूरा बोल गया।
अंदर है। Clearing out.
Jet entered.
Target down.
कैसे मर रहा हूँ भाई यार।
Grenade.
Bomb buddy out.
Spike planted.
Drop in a smoke.
आर्ट लगा रहा हूँ।
लगा लगा।
Begins.
निकलने दो उनको।
7 सेकंड।
कौन है?
One enemy remaining.
Got him.
Do this भाई, देख रहे हो?
Oh, was that important?
Where are we going this time? Remember what worked in the past.
हाँ मिड टॉप आएगा। भाई ये राउंड कैसे भी जीतना है भाई। ये राउंड उनका बाय खत्म हो जाएगा, नेक्स्ट राउंड पे उनको 12th राउंड पे बाय करना पड़ेगा।
बी साउंड।
अरे यार मैं इतना ग्रीडी क्यों किया?
No peeking.
Destroyed.
Trevor.
Got one.
अबे एक लेफ्ट में भी है, कभी में भी है, कभी में भी है।
Lightning.
ऊपर होगा।
One enemy remaining. Spike down B.
आराम से खेलो, आराम से खेलो। मेरी ऑफ हो गई मार्क।
कहाँ पे मार्क कर?
इधर यहीं पे
इधर ब्लू क्या यार प्लीज।
I need a drop.
टक तो ये वाला राउंड ये पे लगाता हूँ, तुम लोग ये खेल लो।
हाँ खेल ले दो। अबे यहाँ पे देख, यहाँ पे टर्रेट लगा और यहाँ पे अपना अलार्म बॉट और यहीं पे एक नैनो सॉम। वो अगर बंद करना आएंगे ना तो उससे मार देना, और अगर वो एंट्री कर रहे होंगे तो यहाँ पे नैनो सॉम फेंक देना। ये इजी सेटअप है भाई।
Get out of my way!
बी भी है।
Concussing! Nowhere to run!
भाई कुत्ते की तरह भागा भाई।
About you, man.
Drop in a smoke.
Oh my god! Right side, please.
Flash doom, wait.
One enemy remaining. Spike down B.
Okay, done.
Nice.
भाई कोई कवर था भाई।
Match point.
Oh, almost done. Cool.
मैंने 3 बंदे मार दिए, समझ ले तू।
Placing storm grenade.
ए पे साउंड।
भाई कुछ भी प्री मार दिया।
Clearing out!
One enemy remaining.
Triple box. Nice, babe.
Defenders win.
And a bunch of other times after that.
तो बोल वैलोरेंट खेले, वैलोरेंट। क्या? अरे मेरी फ्रेंड है, मैसेज कर रही है, कह रही मेरा हस्बैंड भी यहाँ पे लंदन रहती है ना, फिर मेरा हस्बैंड भी खेल रहा है। यार एक TDM लगा, फिर मैं तो सोऊंगा, अब भी नहीं खेल। मैंने सेंस ही चेंज करा यार, मतलब बहुत ज़्यादा इस उसके लिए ना ओवर लग रहा था मेरे को।
क्या चीज के लिए? क्या ओवर लग रहा था?
सेंस ही, शॉट ही नहीं लग रहे थे यार, स्टेबल नहीं आ रहे थे शॉट, मैंने बिल्कुल स्लो कर दिया।
Match found.
अभी लाइव गया था कि नहीं?
इस पे लाइव? हाँ था मैं लाइव
अभी।
हाँ अभी भी हूँ, किसने ले लिया?
Enough training. It's time.
अबे मैं वो भी करा आज, वॉच पार्टी भी करा उसका, जेंजी और उसका मैच था ना MIBR का, जिसमें आसपास है, उस पे पूरा मैच देखा भाई। जेंजी ने भाई साहब 1 साइडेड मैच था यार पूरा आज, और पता है आसपास चला भी नहीं।
आसपास क्या है ना, उसको सपोर्ट उतना अच्छा मिलना भी चाहिए।
हाँ वही ना, ये तो है।
आसपास क्या है, कभी कभी इतना ज्यादा पुश करने लगता है अकेले में।
हाँ
वो ऐसा नहीं कि नहीं कर पाएगा, कर लेता है वो।
नहीं भाई ये तो है, खेलता है, लेकिन आज चला नहीं भाई वो, मतलब कभी कभार दिन रहता है ना, समझ रहा।
Reloading.
Let the bullets fly.
Reloading.
I'm out of here.
Oh, there's that. Die.
Reloading.
तो ये ज़ेरो फैंग मेरे को जम नहीं रही है। ऐसे मैंने सेंसी बहुत डाउन करा था।
Reloading. Still in sight.
Breaking them. Stopping fire.
Ground them. Go, go, go.
It's a rampage.
Reloading.
Show me a target.
Reloading.
Go, go.
We're done. Nice and slow now.
Destabilizing. Neutralized.
Four down.
Gotta go. Reloading.
Over there. Show me a target.
Reloading.
Got 3.
10 seconds until stage change.
I'll fall back here.
Watch out.
Stage 3.
Geng on Mibr.
My ultimate is ready.
Making cover.
Line them out.
Go, go, go.
I'm going in. My ult's ready. What's this?
Got 3.
Ready. I'm out of here.
Focusing.
Too much.
Here we go.
You're finished.
Door's good.
No distractions. Well fought.
Gotta go.
Be right back.
Over there. Enemy down.
Reloading.
Destabilizing. Making cover.
Charge your ults.
Focusing.
Get out of my way.
Headshot. 15 kills. Who else?
That's 3.
Got 3. Breaking. 10 kills remaining.
Slow down. Uh-huh.
My old friend. 5 kills left.
Party.
Not ready. Show me a target.
जा रहा
कल खेलेंगे
कल। ओके देखते हैं, कल मैं नहीं रहूँगा शायद।
कहाँ कहीं जाना है क्या?
अरे उधर जा रहा हूँ ना, लद्दाख जाना है।
ओह अच्छा
लास्ट
अच्छा 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 अच्छा। काम वाम होगा ना, पैकिंग कुकिंग। चल मेरे भाई।
ठीक है चल।
ओके बाय बाय।
बाय।
Okay guys, average duration. Bye bye, stream ending.